Hi, welcome to GRVOTV, G's Reviews, Views and Opinions. I'm going to do a review on the my new cycle computer, which is the Garmin Edge, I think 510. Now I've upgraded from the Garmin 200 and I've just done a video of that, and the main reasons why I did the upgrade was because I wanted a cadence sensor on the bike, which is fitted to my road bike, and also most importantly from my point of view, the heart rate monitor. Also with the ability to have a power meter in the future, maybe something I'll look at, but at the moment power meters are just too expensive. They cost more than my bike does. Now I've just turned on the Garmin and you can hear it doing some little bleeping and bleeps there, and basically what it's doing is it's telling me it's got its GPS fix. It's also connected to my phone, even though my phone's not even on me, it's indoors, because once you've connected it once, it sort of does that automatically. So if you've got your phone on you, it connects to the internet and you can get weather reports, and once you've finished a ride it uploads it automatically to the internet, and it's all done for you. By the time I get indoors and sit down, it's already uploaded, and you know the ride information is all there, which is, you know, as a side issue from the reason I actually wanted it, it is fantastic. So just quickly give you a quick close-up of the main screen here. And obviously you can see there you've got ride. I've got the name of the bike, which is my Dayhon at the moment, which is my winter hack. And when you touch, obviously it's touchscreen. It's not touchscreen like an iPhone, it's a touchscreen that you can use gloves with, which is quite nice, but it's not sensitive as an iPhone, so you do need to give it a bit of a press, and swiping is a bit of a, it's okay once you get used to it, shall we say. So on there I've got a screen, it's got speed, cadence, heart rate, average speed, distance, time, and then if we scroll to another screen I've got 10 things on there with loads of information. A screen there with a bit less information. I use this one specifically when I'm riding the Dayhon because I don't have a cadence meter on that, so I've got my distance, average speed, heart rate and speed. That one I've got heart rate, my heart rate graph shows you what zone your heart rate's in, and also speed at the bottom. And you can set these however many screens you want. That's the racing against yourself screen, or you can set a track up and race against yourself. So you can set these screens up, and there's more screens you can have, like little map ones which just show you a track, basically a track log of where you've been, and you can customise what's on each screen, how many boxes are on. You can go from 1 to 10, anything in between, and put on there pretty much anything you want. So you gradually evolve into what you need. Like I was riding along on one screen, I thought actually I don't need that on there. Quickly stop, touch and hold one of the sections that you want to change. So if I want to change the time, I just touch and hold that. Comes up, and these are all the options to use on there, and there's tons of stuff on there that you can change it to, which is great. Uses the quarter turn mount, which I've already got from me Garmin Edge 200, so I've got a mount on 3 bikes, so fully interchangeable. Clips on with a quarter turn, nice and secure. You can have it on a mount like that, or on my racing bike I've got what's called like a flying mount, which puts it right out in front of you, which on this bike it's not an issue. There's fine. On my racing bike there is a bit too sort of looking down, so I have it out here, and then that's absolutely fine on the racing bike, and it's in the perfect position for me to be able to just glance down and look at it, get loads of information. One of the really great features, apart from the connectivity, is the fact that you can go on to Garmin Connect or Strava, whichever you want, set yourself a little course. You can tell the elevation, roughly how long it's going to take you. You can look at the roads, set all the course up, send the course to the device, and then once you've got the course in the device, you can then go and do that course. Now, there's no real navigation in this with regards to mapping, and I was a bit concerned about that, but what I thought was, well, okay, I've got my iPhone with me anyway, so I could have a little look, check where I was and things like that, but I didn't need to worry about it. As soon as you start doing a course that's in there, it gives you navigation. So I get to the end of the road and it says turn left, and it shows you a little map of the road that you're on, where you're turning, how far away it is, and how long it's going to take you to get there. So it counts down. You're going to be there in 10, 9, 8, 7 seconds. which is fantastic, and it does it all the way. And I went off course once and it says within 20-30 yards it says off course, an alarm goes off, turn around, go back on course, and off you go. You can set alarms for, like I have an alarm set for every mile, so it just reminds me to have a quick drink, and also you can count off the miles, which is quite nice. It has a bit of a fanfare when you get to the end of the ride and things like that. And as I say, once I've finished the ride, you just press save ride on the screen, and by the time I've got indoors, it's because it's already connected to my phone, it via Bluetooth, it uploads instantly to the internet. I've got it synced obviously with Garmin Connect, but because my Garmin Connect and my Strava account are connected, it then sends the information across to Strava, and before I get indoors and sit down, all the information's on there, and if I want to then share that on Facebook or something, I just go share, Facebook, bosh, done. You know, it's so easy, it's fantastic. I mean, essentially you don't physically have to do anything. Battery life seems to be pretty good. Haven't tested it to its full extent. The Edge 200 was stupid battery life in my. I mean, I don't think I ever went below 95% on the battery, because that one, when you're offloading the images, you sort of are charging it anyway. Battery life on this, after say a 10-mile sort of 1 hour ride or 45-minute ride, something like that, drops down to about 90%, something like that. So it seems to be pretty good. Obviously I've got this set up with a backlight on all the time, which will affect the battery life, but you get a nice clear bright screen, and so far I've got no issues. Yes, I've got no issues with battery life. Physical buttons on it, you've got an on off button here, and you've got two buttons here. One's a lap button, so if you're doing laps you press it each time you do a lap, and the other button is like the pause button, the start stop button, and then everything else is touch screen. I would go through all the stuff that's on it, but there's so much you can put on here. Gradient, I mean, on this screen, just for instance, I've got the speed, average speed, cadence, the gradient that you're on, heart rate in beats per minute, percentage heart rate with regards to your heart rate graph, so your 5 stages, time of day, temperature, and distance travelled. That's just on one screen, and then I say you can have mix and match all that information on tons of other screens. As a device, I love the size of it. I thought the Garmin Edge, the 810, was a bit big, although if you want the mapping, obviously that's great, but the mapping or the navigation that this has got on it is, for my purposes, absolutely fantastic. It's all the information you need without being distracting. So as you get to a turn, it just gives you a little bleep, an alarm goes off, you look down, it shows you where you're going to turn, you do your turn, after you've done that, it goes back to the screen that you was on, and off you go again. So it's not too distracting, but a wonderful piece of kit. So there you go, that's my initial review on the Garmin Edge 510. As you can tell, I absolutely love it. And watch this space for more videos on cycling, road cycling especially, and also obviously my usual camera and camera equipment. Just so you know, I'm videoing on the Panasonic Lumix GH4, and I'm doing B-roll. I've got my little Pentax Q itty bitty camera as well, recording, just to see how that performs. So as I say, this is GRVOTV, G's Reviews, Views and Opinions. I'll see you soon. Bye.